Hello, hello, and welcome once again to the kitchen of the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Well, as you can see from the title, I'm getting ready to prepare the greens that I harvested earlier this afternoon. I'm preparing it now to go into the freezer, and some of it's going to be given away. All right, so I'm going to be washing and cutting. We have kale, and collard greens, Swiss chard, and a little bit of mustard greens. Yeah, I would also have some celery. Those I'm not gonna freeze. Those are just going directly into the refrigerator. So I'll take those out. Yeah. So welcome, welcome. So this is the celery that I harvested earlier today. All right, so I'm gonna put these away. These are going in the refrigerator, not in the freezer. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you've been having a good day. Here it's about 5:45 on Tuesday, February 3rd. So this is the outside. The sun is about to set in about 15 minutes. Yeah. So in a little bit I'm going to be washing the greens and cutting up each separately. Some will be given away, and the rest will go into the freezer. So I'm just showing you how I prepare and how I do it. And make sure it's not going to be wet. You can't put it wet in the freezer, or else you're just going to be getting ice once you're ready to use it. So we're going to make sure they're dry, totally dry, before it goes into the freezer. So welcome again, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. So this is if you're just coming in, I harvested this from the garden a few hours ago. And these are kale, collard greens, a little bit of mustard greens, and we have some celery that I'm not going to be freezing. It's going to go into the refrigerator, so I'm taking those out. There's a few green onions too. I can also put those with the greens. So welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. I sure do appreciate you stopping by. And if it's your first time, a very pleasant welcome to you. Go ahead and check out, once you finish here, you check out some of the videos. Lots of videos are on, lots of shorts. And see if you would like to join this garden family. So I'm going to start by washing these. I have to make sure, even though they are organic and they're grown here, they're out in the elements, so you still have to clean it up, just like you would any other greens that you purchase from the store. So let me start with the kale first. Let's get some out and put it here. And once I'm finished washing, I'm going to transfer to this container here with the kitchen towel to make it sure it's dry. All right, so let's get started. Welcome once again. If you don't mind, can you tell me from where you're watching? I would love to know from where you're watching. How about that? Just leave a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. So this is the kale I'm washing first. Thank you for stopping by. And remember your thumbs up. Let's go ahead, if you're watching from your phone, double tap the screen, and that will give you your thumbs up. Okay, so from where are you watching, guys? You're watching me from South Florida. It's not so cold as it was a couple days ago. It dropped way down into the 30s. Unusually cold weather for us when it lasts so long. Today's high was 67. And now it's going back down again. But it's going down into the 50s this time. Tomorrow it'll be in the 50s. You know, that's cold weather for us here. I know for most of you, that is warm weather. But even the iguanas are feeling the effects. Iguanas are falling out of trees like crazy because they can't tolerate the cold weather. So they just freeze and poof, fall out, and they stay down there until it warms up. So what the Florida Fish and Wildlife Association has done is given permission to take them to certain sites. They have designated certain areas where you can take them and they will dispose of them. You know, a lot of people think that iguanas originate here in Florida. Nope. They are an invasive species. And they don't have any predators. So they will eat down everything. Anything green, and let me tell you, they are destructive. They are not fierce. You know, they don't bother you. But they will eat down everything. All of your green leaves, they will eat. So people have been turning in their iguanas that they find in their yards to the Fish and Wildlife Association. You can see a lot of it was on Instagram. If you're just coming in, welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I'm preparing my harvest to give away and for the freezer. I have kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, and mustard greens. These are winter crops. They do very well in the winter. They tolerate cold weather very well. So even down into the 30s, they don't affect the greens at all. Yeah. I'm going to transfer these to another container where they will remain and dry out some more. So how is everyone doing? How are you doing? Where are you watching from? I'd love to know. Thank you for stopping by, though. Thank you for watching. And thank you for your thumbs up. Let's wash some more. I hope I'm here not talking by myself now tonight. Love to know from where you're watching, guys. And what is the temperature like where you are? What is the temperature? So this is how I freeze my greens. And when I'm giving them away to, most people really like when it's already prepared. So I'm just going to do that. I wash them, thoroughly dry them, and then I cut them up. And that's how I freeze it. So I'm going to bag them in Ziploc bags, freezer bags. I'll give away some, and I'll freeze the rest. Norma, welcome Norma. Thank you so much for coming by. From where are you watching, Norma? Yeah, where are you watching from? I like to make sure this is thoroughly washed so that there's no dirt left on it. Yeah. All organic, guys. No pesticide, nothing. Just organic. If you check out today's live, you'll see while they were being harvested. Kind of dry these off a little bit. Thank you for your time, guys. Now, you can use paper towel if you like, but I prefer to just use a towel instead of wasting so much paper, you know. Get your clean towels and dry them off that way. I'm just taking off the heavy water from this right now while I wash. Continue to wash. Frank rice. Some broadleaf callaloo. Oh yeah, that's in the garden. I didn't harvest those today because I harvested 2 days ago and I'm waiting for those to grow some more. But I have cow tongue. Cow tongue callaloo. Thank you for coming, Frank. Oh, kissing me. Oh, my neighbor. My neighbor up north. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Norma. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah. So I have all these greens right here that I'm preparing for the freezer and to give away. Yeah, Frank. So I have kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and mustard greens today. So Frank, maybe next time you'll see the callaloo. And I also, here's some of the things that I harvested today. Check these out. Well, the tomatoes were yesterday. We have some guavas, even a little broccoli. Yeah. So the guavas were today, tomatoes were yesterday. Time for bubbler pot. Pot finish bubble man. Yeah. But I'll bubble a pot one day so you can see. Well, I do have videos of pots cooking with green bananas. I've got collard greens cooking. I've got kale cooking. I've cooked mostly everything that I harvest. At one point or another, there's a video. There's a video that shows you how to cook green bananas and green plantains and what you can do with it. I've made banana chips. There is boiled green bananas. Maybe next time I'll make some porridge. Anybody ever had green banana porridge? I love green banana porridge. It's delicious. Get some shrimps. What? Strips. Smoked turkey leg, coconut milk. You look like you're hungry, Frank. You look like you're hungry. You want a big pot? You want to run a boat? Yes, Norma. And Frank says green banana porridge got to be the world's best porridge. Hey, I can agree with that. I do agree with that. Even though I like cornmeal one, but I think banana is my top favorite. Yeah. Once I wash all the kale and dry them, then I'll start cutting them before I get to the others. But there's a lot of kale in the garden, and they needed to be harvested because if you wait too long, they get hard. And nobody likes tough kale. No. Or collard greens, especially, they will get tough. So I decided to just harvest them and give away some and freeze the rest. And by the way, do you know you could cook? You could cook all the greens together at the same time, you know. But I'm separating these just in case some people don't like certain ones. Yeah. I was in Ghana and observed them make it with the entire banana skin and all. I agree. I believe you. I believe you because the whole thing looked like it could be eaten. The banana the porridge. Never had it that way, but I mean that skin has so much iron in it. You know, you could eat it, yeah. Oh, let me wipe these off before I do some more. Yeah, the skin has nutritional properties. I have the same greens to be harvested. Norma, go ahead and harvest it. Yeah, Frank says, what you know growing up in GT, I didn't know anything about collard greens. Them is some greens that we don't grow and eat down here. Oh, well, it's very nutritious. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't grow everywhere. It's true. It doesn't grow everywhere. So you may not see it in your area. You may not even get the seeds or the seedlings. Yeah. But it looks like this. Let me show you. Collard greens look like this. I have two kinds in the garden. There's this kind, and then there's this kind with the purple. Yeah, so Norma, go harvest the greens so that before they get hard. You want it tender. And the reason why I'm drying them off before I put them in the freezer is because if you freeze them when they're wet, what's going to happen? It's going to turn to ice. And I find that it's better off if I just dry them first. I'm going to have to dry them again, you know. So I'm going to move these out of the way. What equals well? Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. No, it's still cold here in Kissimmee. Yeah, so I'm waiting for the time to warm up, then I'll always miss them, unfreeze what I can, and also give away to my neighbors. Exactly. That's what I do. Yeah, I started, these were supposed to be, I had planned to harvest them a few days ago, but it was too cold here. So I understand what you're saying. It's very cold, and I mean, for us, 32 degrees is definitely too cold. So I waited until today when it was 57 when I went out there today, 57 degrees. And it was feeling very good at 57. So decided to harvest them then. Look at this one, so nice. Yeah, so when I cut these up, I'm going to also bag them for people, neighbors or family. All right, so I'm finished with the kale. I'm going to dry these up and get to start cutting them. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your thumbs up. I appreciate your comments. And those of you who have not yet subscribed, will you consider doing so? There's a lot you learn here on this channel. That's all this channel is about. It's for information and to encourage you to dig a hole and plant something. You know? That's what it's all about. Encouraging you to dig a hole and plant something. Do you have gungo peas known? Yeah. We call it, oh, you call it Hugo? Hugo peas. Well, I never heard of that name. We have them just growing in the garden as volunteer plants. We're waiting for spring, then we will definitely plant some. I have a video that shows how much last season a large volunteer plant tree grew in the garden. We didn't grow it purposely. It just came about. And there was so much peas from it. So much peas. Yeah. Gungo peas or pigeon peas grows here easily. Easily. But I never heard of it called Hugo. Is it, am I saying it right? Hugo? Hugo peas? Or Hugo peas? I think you mean peas. Hugo peas? Hannah. Hello. Welcome, Hannah. Thank you for stopping by. I'm here preparing my harvested greens. It was harvested earlier today, so you will see a live this afternoon, I was in the afternoon, where I harvested all these greens. And I don't want it to go to waste. I had to harvest it because it was time. And I've been holding back because of the cold weather. But today it got a little bit warm. So I took the opportunity to harvest them. And now I'm going to prepare them for the freezer. That's what I'm doing. I'm washing them and drying them off. And I'm going to bag them up, give some away, put some in the freezer. I think I'm going to give away more than I freeze because I already have some in the freezer. What's the good thing about having a garden? You can share. So I'm going to keep drying and cutting. Yeah. Welcome. As you come in, could you give a thumbs up? I would appreciate that. If you don't feel like subscribing, I'm not going to, you don't have to subscribe. But that's just one way to help the channel grow. But then if, it doesn't make any sense to subscribe if you're not going to watch. So you do what your heart desires. All right. I think this let it dry. It's a lot of greens now. As a matter of fact, I didn't even harvest all of it outside. It was just too much. It was too much to harvest. So there's more there that I'll harvest in about 3 days. If you don't know, the more you harvest your greens, is the more they grow. What's the temperature now where you are, guys? Even Jamaica got some cold. Even Barbados, Bahamas, I should say, got cold weather. This is just unusually cold weather. Came this far down south. We're not used to that. 32 degrees, where it should be about 70 something. Yeah, that's just unusual. And at night, it gets so cold that we have to put on the heat. The heat Take it off of AC and put it on heat. Yeah. And even after cutting them up tonight, I may just have to leave them out to dry. I may not even bag them tonight. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut them up and leave them out to dry some more. All right. Let's get on with the cutting. And once I cut them, they're going right here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just coming in, welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden kitchen. The kitchen, I should say, of the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I'm Marva, and I'm preparing my harvest, today's harvest, to go into the freezer and to give away. So I'm going to cut these up. It feels so soft and fluffy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, these will have to stay overnight and dry some more. If you're just coming in, I'm cutting up my harvest from today. Harvest of kale, collard greens, mustard greens, and Swiss chard. These are winter greens. They fare very well in cold weather. We plant these for winter and for spring. So these are going to be, some going to be given away, and the rest will go into the freezer. So cut them up. I'm going to let them stay out and dry some more. Thank you for your time. If you don't mind, just give a thumbs up. So these that I'm cutting up here now are the curly kale. We have 2 beds of curly kale in the garden. After this, I'll do the collard greens. If you're just stopping by, welcome. Remember to answer the poll question. Oh, this is what I've done so far. So this is the end of the kale. You have the collard greens, the Swiss chard, and a little bit of mustard greens to go. And that's the amount of kale that I have for today. So let's put this away and go to the next set. And that's collard greens. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. Those are ways to help the channel grow. That is if it's your desire. All right. Oh, for those of you who have never seen collard greens, this is what it looks like. Loaded with antioxidants. Good for you. With the collard greens, once I flash the water off of it, it comes out dry. So I can do that with these just. Welcome everyone. I'm preparing my greens that I harvested earlier from the garden. There is a life for that one too. But I didn't want to wait to do this because then they'll get wilted. Once you cut them, they start wilting. I like them fresh. Yeah, these are collard greens. I just did the kale. Doing this, dry them off quicker. All right. I'm gonna get ready to cut them up. So let me clean up the little bit of kale that was left here. Because if I'm gonna give it away, then some people may not like one or the other. So I want to mix it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I bring it every day. Hi. Thank you for coming. Welcome, my dear. How are you doing? How is the cold where you are? How is it treating you? I am cutting up my harvest from today, which includes collard greens, kale, Swiss chard, and mustard greens. So I'm going to be giving away some of these, and the rest of it I will be freezing. Yeah, I'll be freezing it. So I want to make sure that these are dried as much as possible, because if you freeze it while it's wet, it's going to come out looking a mess. It is chilly here. I am dreaming of summer. I'm doing well. How are you? Oh, I'm doing well as well. Thank you. Oh yeah, we have got some chilly weather here. Unusually chilly, but it went up to 57 today. So I was able to go out into the garden and do this harvest. But those days of 32, 33, no, couldn't go out there and do that. Tomorrow it's going to be a little bit more, a little warmer. I'm glad for that. I think we've had enough cold days. Yeah. I'm drying these. I'm sorry. Get ready to cut these now. To make sure I have something to put it in. One moment, let me get a container. Yeah, okay. I don't know what the temperature is. The temperature here now is, let's see. It is 59 degrees now. It went up to 67 today. So it's 59 now. And it's going to slowly drop as the evening progresses. I know for many of you, 59 is warm. Let's cut up these collard greens now. The stems, I like to do them small. These dry off more easily than the kale, because the water just simply run over them. They're so crisp. It just runs over them and then dries. You can hear the crispness from it. Listen there. There it is. After this, I'm going to be working on the Swiss chard. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate your time and your support. So when you wash your vegetables, if you need to dry them, just dry them on a clean dish towel, kitchen towel. And don't waste your paper towels. Get clean towels and dry them off. There you go. If you're just coming in, this is the collard greens that I harvested earlier today from the garden. So I've chopped up some kale already. And now I'm doing the collard greens that I'm going to give away and freeze the rest of it. Yeah. This is just enough for one person to give away. I detest paper towels. They're such a waste. I like tea towels also. Yeah, it's a waste to just buy those paper towels and then you just throw them. You're just wasting. I agree. All right, now for the Swiss chard. And if you've never seen Swiss chard, this is what it looks like. Very tender, easy to prepare. In 10 minutes you can have sauteed Swiss chard. Look at this one, it's really big. You notice how the stems are red? Just like beets. It's from the beets family. Yeah. So it starts out like this and gets here. Yellow, orange, red. I even have some green onions in it too. Oh, there is a collard green that got left. Because Swiss chard grows very, very low to the ground. As a matter of fact, they touch the ground. So when you wash it, Swiss chard, be sure to make sure that there's no dirt on it. Especially look at the back of it for any dirt, because when it grows like this. Here's the ground, and it grows touching the ground like this. Just a little bit of curly kale that was left in the basket. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Now the basket is empty. Okay, let's get another towel to dry those. Yep. Dry off this board as well. Now, these don't dry as easily as the collard greens. They hold water because they have so many crevices. See how it is? So what I'm going to do tonight is just leave them out to air dry. I'm not going to put them in the refrigerator, in the freezer tonight. They need to air dry. Swiss chard is loaded with antioxidants, very nutritious and delicious. And in my opinion, it's the easiest greens to prepare. Because in 10 minutes, you saute this and you're done. You can have it in your salad. Yeah. Treat it like you do kale. Enjoy it the same way. But remember, it's very tender. And it grows fast. I hope everyone has had a blessed day, a good day so far. You know, we're all traveling the same road and we experience different issues and difficulties. Oh, look at this one. Look how big is it? And so it's always good to leave a kind word with others, because everybody's going through something, some more than others. And since we don't know who and what it is, if we leave a kind word, that could make the difference for somebody's day. So my suggestion is that each of us be intentional when we come in contact with people. Be intentional with what you say and what you do. Leave a smile on someone's face. Even if it's just a smile you give, That's the one thing that is very contagious. You smile to someone, they're likely to smile back. And your smile could be the only one they've gotten in a day. See how this hold water? Yeah. And that is why when you cook this, once I wash it, you don't need to put any water in your pot, because the water that is on it is going to cook it. You put a little bit of oil and your favorite seasoning and just steam it. That's it. Don't put any water in the pot, because this is full of water. Thank you for your thumbs up. I surely appreciate it. All right, go ahead and start. Cut this up. Welcome, if you're just coming in. I'm Marva, and we're in the kitchen of the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, preparing my harvest from today. Getting it ready to give away and to freeze some. This that I'm cutting up right here is Swiss chard. I've already done the kale and the collard greens. So I'm going to let these air dry before they go into the freezer, or before I bag them to give them away. So I'm just using a clean towel to dry them, pat dry them as much as possible. This Swiss chard in particular is not easy to dry. It holds, it retains the water. So this will definitely have to be air dried overnight. I'm just drying as much as I can. Thank you for stopping by and for remembering your thumbs up as well. It'd be nice if we get five more thumbs up. Let's round it up to 20. Look at all that water it holds. Let's just put the green onions in there too. I have a few kale that was left over. Thank you for coming. Did you remember your thumbs up? These are greens that came from the garden this afternoon. Collard greens, kale, Swiss chard, and yes, and yes, Swiss chard, collard green, kale, and I did have some celery, but that's not going in the freezer. Let me show you the celery that we harvested today. This is today's celery. What do you do? What do you do with the leaves from your celery? Do you know that they're edible? Yes, cook them with your celery and enjoy them that way. It's not just for decorating the plate. And here we have one leftover collard green. I'm just gonna put it in here with this is the one that's going in the freezer, so I'll put it in there. And this is what we got from that. Yeah. Well, it's time to clean up, but I'm going to show you everything. Let me show you all that we got tonight. Let's do the cleaning up first. All right, so now I'm going to show you what I cut up so far. All right. This, great job, very interesting. Thank you, Norma. This is the kale. This is the collard greens. And here is the Swiss chard. So once they get air dried, I'm going to bag them up give some away, and put the rest in the freezer. I'm going to give away more than I freeze because there's a lot more in the garden. Good morning, and oh, good morning, Dan. You're supposed to be in bed now. Welcome again. Thank you. All the way from Transylvania. Yeah. Should be about sometime after 2 a.m. there. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Yeah, in Romania. What's the temperature? Well, it's probably 0 degrees there right now. Would you say? I bring it every day. Oh, wow. Yeah. 2 or 3 in the morning, yes, yes. It's 2 or 3 in the morning. It's 7:03 here. 7:03 p.m. on Tuesday. So you're into Wednesday already. Yes, folks, so that's what I'm doing with the vegetables. On another live, I'm going to show you how I make oatmeal flour. Your greens are looking fresh and healthy. Best Beans, hello. How are you, host? I'm good. Thank you so much. Yeah, just cut up these, this kale. There's collard greens and Swiss chard. So I'm going to let them air dry and bag them up, give some away, and freeze the rest. Or maybe give all of it away, because there's more in the garden. I have not been harvesting like these like I should since it got so cold. But I've got other things too. Some tomatoes. Now you know where to go. Yeah, for breakfast. By walking exercise. Thank you for coming. Welcome. And Bessie saying hello everyone. Yeah, so I have these. These are guavas. We have guavas, tomatoes, and even a little broccoli. Yeah, that can go into a salad too. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for coming. And next time, oh yes, I was saying I'm going to show you how I make oatmeal flour. And then one evening I'll show you how I make air fryer bread, how I bake my bread in the air fryer. Yeah. And also harvested some celery. But this is not going in the freezer. This is going in the refrigerator that I can use. See? Yeah, fruits and vegetables, right? By walk and exercise, Best Beans lifestyle blessings, he says. And thank you all for coming. I was just about to, yeah, so this is what I'm going to turn into flour. Rolled oats. Celery ready, yeah. Celery ready, man. Celery ready. They grow tall. So when they get, they get really tall, that's when you know it's time to cut them. And they're hanging on the ground like this. Yeah. So I'm just about to end the live. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thumbs up. And those of you who subscribed, I appreciate it. So let's join back here again another evening and see what's going on either in the garden or in the kitchen of the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. So I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others and be kind to each other as well. Have a blessed night. And for those of you who are still waking up this morning, are you still in the morning? I pray that you have a productive and a blessed day. Take care. Bye, Dan.